What's up? It's day four. It's day four. It's day four. What's up, you guys? I'm so excited for day four. We are almost done. Tomorrow's the last day, and I have a big surprise for y'all tomorrow. It's something I have not shared publicly yet, but I'm going to give you just a little sneak peek if you are an action taker today. So I'm excited about that. And today we're going to be talking about a very deep and interesting topic. This is something you will not hear anywhere else in the fitness industry. You will not hear it. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Y'all know I broke my fast at 12 today, so I'm already hyped. I want to know, how are y'all doing with the fast? Like, are you hungry? Are you mad at me for suggesting this? Are you excited? You're seeing results already? Like, let me know. Have you taken pictures? Because y'all, I'm seeing results in my body from this week, just focusing on doing those OMAD days in between. And I'm gonna continue on this same routine that I posted in a group with the golden ticket post. I'm gonna continue. So I wish I had a before picture to share with you from the beginning of this week. And I kept trying to remind myself, make sure you take a day one picture, and I'm forgetting. My children are arguing. Adenike. Okay, so we're gonna move on. But yeah, I never take a day one picture. Let me know if y'all are like that. Like, you're like, oh well, let me just get through it and then I'll see if I need to take a picture. I always do that. So didn't take a day one picture, but I'm definitely seeing some progress already. And I don't have a scale, so I'm just seeing a difference in my body. So that's cool, and that's very interesting. So I have a very, very interesting, yes, ma'am, it's turn, very interesting topic to talk about today. We're going to really dig in on building a healthy relationship with food. So I'm excited about it. If you're excited about it, let me know. If you're ready. Look, hold on. Let me go get my monkey. Excuse me, you guys. It's Man's turn. Let him have his turn now. Mika, go into your room. I'm doing my video right now, okay? Can you be quiet? Okay. All right, y'all. So I don't know how long this is going to go on, but anyway, good morning. Welcome to my house. This is my circus. Those are my monkeys. So we're going to be talking about improving your relationship with food. And I think this is such an important topic because so often you'll get, this is the amount of push-ups you need to be doing, and this is the amount of squats to get a great butt, and this is the amount of, all of this stuff, but we don't often talk about body image and how we see ourselves and just improving those mental connection relationships that we have with food and with exercise and with actually eating healthy. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday. I touched on it. I said a lot of people will use intermittent fasting as a cheat code to eat pizza, wings, and donuts for the day and still lose weight, yes, but are not necessarily getting in the nutritional component or the healthy relationship of food that comes with looking at your body as special and as deserving and as worthy of all the best that the world has to offer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How to change the way that you look at your body and how you see what your body deserves, okay? You turns up, but you have some pretty earrings that you can show everybody. Look at that baby girl's pretty earrings. She's so cutie. She's so cutie. All right. So let me pull up my slides, you guys. If you are joining because it's his turn. Mommy. Hey, sweetie. I'm talking about relationship with food. Can you tell everybody what you think about food? What's your favorite food? You like oranges, bananas, cucumber? Okay, we'll talk about this after when you're in a little better mood. All right, so let's dig right in, you guys. Let's dig right in. How to improve your relationship with food using nutrition and obviously intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, using nutrition and intermittent fasting to improve your relationship with food and your relationship with your body. Sit down, please, right next to me. Sit down on here. Okay. Here's something that you should know. We all have a relationship with food. So whether you would say that's a negative relationship or a positive relationship, we all have a relationship with food. So whether you look at it as a one-night stand type, a one-night stand type relationship or a genuine, healthy marriage type relationship, it's a tool to help us to reach our goals. Okay. So for people who, don't really have nutrition goals, don't really have body goals, but they just know they want something different. They know they're tired of being in a cycle and a loop about food. They know they're tired of eating things, feeling guilty, not eating things, feeling guilty, not eating, and just kind of going through that whole thing. Like, these are some things you should know. We all have that relationship. We all have that food script, that food history that dates back to a very, very young age. I remember my first thoughts and learning around food when I was 7, 6. And I want you to let me know, like, just put the number in the chat. How old were you when you first had thoughts around your relationship with food? Because I know some girls who will message me, or some ladies who will message me and say, hey, I've had a relationship where I felt guilty about eating certain things since I was very young, 7, 8, 9, 13, 15. Like, let me know, how old were you? And even if you had positive thoughts, this is so healthy. I feel great when I eat this. If you have positive thoughts about food too, how old were you when you had those thoughts first? Okay, let me think back. I think my first kind of knowledge about healthy foods and stuff, y'all, I grew up in a very health conscious household. So there were certain things we just didn't eat and didn't have in the household. And so there was that. But I remember reading like African Holistic Health and Prescription for Nutritional Healing and stuff like that at a very young age. So I kind of had this mindset of, certain foods are good and certain foods are bad. And I did carry that for a long time. And we're going to kind of talk about that black and white mindset around food and how to get to a place where you're able to eat healthy. You're able to still treat yourself, and you're not attaching negative emotions to that eating. Okay. So we're going to dig into that. Okay, baby, you did have a snack. Okay. Okay, sit down. When I get done, if you do super, super good, I will get you a treat. Sit down, please. Thank you. Watch this if you've ever struggled in this area. If you are planning to eat clean and you're doing great Monday and Tuesday, but then by the time you get to Wednesday, it's a long day, you're mentally exhausted, and you just eat out for the rest of the week. If you are that type of person, y'all know, like the old show where they were like munching from morning to midnight, midnight to morning, munching mouth, and it was Mr. M, and he had the munching mouth. If that's you and you snack all day, you pretty much are not really the type of person to eat a lot of meals, or maybe you eat one meal, but the rest of the day you're snacking, then I want you to let me know that in the comments. And also, if you're thinking of foods as good and bad. Okay, this is what tripped me up for a lot of years, thinking of foods as good and bad. And then once you start to think of something as bad, something in your mind tells you to think of that food and want that food even more. So then once you have it, you automatically have that built up guilt and association with that food because you already had that mindset. So thinking of foods as good and bad, also constantly thinking of food, eating food, and then feeling guilty and planning a detox. Okay, because you don't know how many times I've gotten a inbox where a lady's like, hey sis, I went on a birthday trip, or all summer I've been out, so I just been eating and drinking and stuff like that, and I need a detox. And it's like, if we can just improve how you relate to your social life when it comes to food, you won't have that guilty and planning a detox feeling after eating. So let's talk more about that too. All right, here are the simple pillars. All right, and I'm going to kind of go through them one by one. So if you need to kind of pull out a notebook, or if you want to just talk about it, or even write it in the comments, you can come back to it. Definitely do that. Mommy. Hold on, sweetie. Shifting your belief to food as fuel. Okay, we often think of food in a logical sense of things that are good for us and bad for us. Like, for example, let's say a donut, let's say a cookie, right? And then we also think of broccoli, like, okay, that's good for me. But because I had a cookie, that's bad. And then we create all of that guilt and negative feeling around that food. Hun, get down, okay? I don't want you to fall. Yeah, Mama. And then when we eat those good foods, maybe we feel like we're doing good, but then we also have that fear of missing out of the things that we deem as bad, right? So when we use that logical black and white mindset of good and bad, then we associate those feelings with the foods, okay? And foods, they're really just fuel. Okay. Like, let's keep it real. Some certain foods are healthier than others, but they're fuel. Foods are fuel. And so when we kind of get this formula in check in our minds, and we have that great area to where we can eat certain things, we can eat well and not feel guilty about what we're missing out on. Well, we can eat a treat and not feel guilty for eating a so-called bad food. When we can do that and shift those beliefs and just see our food as fuel, then I think we get better at having compassion for ourselves. Okay. And when we have compassion, it makes it a lot easier to not overeat or binge eat or eat, tons of things. Okay. Okay.
Look at all the books.
Yeah, I know. It's completely ridiculous, girl. The next thing is your self-image. And I want to share a little story with you guys. You want to hear a story?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a man, and he bought a house. The house was old. The house was a little creaky. He walked up the steps and he wanted to take another look at the house and kind of walk around and everything. And when he went up to the attic, he saw a bunch of old stuff that the owner had left. A bunch of old stuff. He saw boxes. He saw, blankets and fabrics and clothes and all this stuff, right? And he also saw in the corner an old mirror. And the mirror was beautiful. It was like gilded gold around the edges. And it was covered in a layer of dust. It was so thick that when he tried to wipe it off, he literally just left a tiny spot. It was just so much dust. It was thick. And what this kind of relates to, right? When he tried to look at himself in the mirror, which is something that's natural for us to do, he could barely see himself. Right? He could barely see himself. It was grainy. Like he couldn't even imagine that was him. He couldn't see the outlines of himself. He couldn't see his smile. He couldn't see, the curve of his chin. He couldn't see himself clearly. Right? And what's so interesting about this story is this is a way a lot of us look at ourselves with the baggage that we carry from our food story, from our food history. From our body image history, right? When we look at ourselves in that mirror, and the dust, right, is a representative of the things that we carry from those experiences. The times where somebody said, popped your hand and said, don't eat anymore. That's how you get fat. Or when somebody said, well, boys don't like girls that are tall, or boys don't like fat girls, or boys don't like, just like different things that people have said over the years that you may repeat to yourself consciously or unconsciously about food, or about the way that you relate to food. Somebody telling you, don't eat any more sugar, that's terrible for you. And then now, as you think about it over and over, now you want sugar, but then when you eat it, you feel guilt, right? Which makes you want to eat it more. And you just continue feeling guilty. And it's a whole cycle. It's very hard to break. And then we pass it down to our children. Okay. We pass it down to our children. I talked with a lady who she said that when she was younger, her parents were always dieting. And so for her, it gave her a rebellious mentality. And she knew this. She said, this is something I have to break through, because now I have a rebellious mentality about food, that I should be able to eat whatever I want. Because when she was younger, her parents were always dieting and she couldn't have certain things. Right? So it's like, how many things do we have to break down about our self-image? No, ma'am, it's time for you to sit down right now. How many things do we have to break down about our self-image when it comes to food, when it comes to diet, when it comes to our body? How many times as a young girl did you stand in the mirror and, pinch your side and say, this is too much? Or when I sit down, it turns into a roll, or, my bra is pushing my fat up, or what was it? Think about that. What is the baggage that you have that's not allowing you to see yourself as other people see you, or to see yourself with compassion, the way that you would see someone else? Sometimes we can look at ourselves in that mirror and we don't see, dang, she's been through a lot. Dang, it's been a hard day. Whatever it is, we see, that was bad that you did that. I'm disappointed in myself, or somebody else is going to be disappointed in me, right? So this is like a deep conversation, but we have to have it when it comes to food. I'm a big, big component of holistic fitness and holistic eating. Never, ever try to do something like intermittent fasting, or, just work out every day to avoid dealing with the way that you see yourself. Those are not Band-Aids. All right. The Band-Aid that I have on my foot today, it is not enough to fix if I had a broken foot. Right. My foot's not broken. It's just a little bruised and it's just a little scraped up. But the Band-Aid would not fix it if it was broken. It would only cover up something. Okay. My child's trying to take off my Band-Aid. All right. Okay. But that's the thing that I really, really want to share is make sure that you're cleaning your mirror before you start the work. Step 0 is clean the mirror on your self-image. Okay. What are the things that you've been told around food? How young were you? What are the things that you can step by step undo, to say, hey, that's not true. It's okay for me to have a little sugar sometimes. A nest. Wow, you're a great looker. It's okay for me to, when you open up a whole possibility of not this food is bad and this food is good, then it makes you not want it. I could have sugar if I want it, but I don't really want it. I'm happy without it. It's weird how that reverse psychology works. But let me tell you, now that I've gone months with no sugar, now that I know I don't have to have it to be happy, I don't have to have a little something sweet at the end of the day. Like, I can have it or not have it. I can create a nice little treat with a little bit of dark chocolate and a little peanut butter. Like, I don't need, decadent snacks to feel like to have a little something. So it changes everything when I can look at myself and say, I'm stronger than I expected. I'm stronger than I expected. I'm stronger than I expected. And what I didn't trust myself with before, like I didn't trust myself to have certain snacks in the house, I trust myself now. And even if I didn't trust myself before, I trust myself now. And to be able to say that was a huge weight off of my shoulders. When I first saw that affirmation, I said, wow, for all of the women, who have been through those times where it's like, man, I don't trust myself around this, or I don't trust myself around certain people who are manipulative, or I don't trust myself around making decisions or eating well or Uber Eats or whatever it is. You can say, hey, listen, even if I didn't trust myself before, I trust myself now. And I'm ready to get to my next level when it comes to my eating. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Also, stay hydrated, boo. We know you got to drink your water. You got to mind your business. Some of you are minding your business, but you're not drinking your water. And I want to shout you out. Okay. I want to put you on a little bit of blast. Okay. Oftentimes we drink way less water than is actually needed. Okay. Our body is 60-70% water, which means that we should be drinking, I have an easy water formula I'm going to share with you, but we should be drinking a lot of water. Most of what we take in during the day through our food and through our water, because if our food is hydrating, we're also getting food, water through our food, but most of it should be water. So through our fruits and vegetables, we're getting a high percentage of water. Through our water bottles, we should also be getting a high percentage of water. Okay, so that's why I would say make sure that a high percentage of what you eat is fruits and vegetables so you can stay hydrated that way too. But here's an easy water formula. So you remember, girl, when I told you to take out that notebook, this is something that will be helpful to write down. I want you to imagine what is your weight. So for me, my normal weight is about 150. I don't have a scale. I told y'all that. But my normal weight is about 150. And I will fluctuate kind of around that 5 to 10 pounds, right? Any given time, depending on different things, right? But at 150, half of that is about 75 pounds, right? Right. So I want to get in about 75 to 80 ounces of water per day. And that's not including the hydrating foods that I also eat. Okay. Some people will take in, I've seen people say, oh, I'm trying to lose a lot of weight. So I'm doing 3 gallons of water today. I'm doing 2 gallons of water. And I'm just like, why? Your body cannot possibly stay hydrated with that much water coming in and out of the body. You're washing out your electrolytes. You're washing out the trace minerals in your body. So I want you to be cautious about what people show you, because sometimes the reason why they're doing something extreme like that, maybe because they're bodybuilding or they're doing something that requires that level of extremity. And if you're not, like, you're just a normal woman You want to look good. You want to feel good. You want to be confident in your clothes. And, you know, you want to drink enough water to stay hydrated because you've been minding your business, but you haven't been drinking your water. Then just half your body weight in ounces is a good amount. Okay. So write that down. And then rest. You know why, boo? Because you deserve it. You do. You're worthy of rest. Okay. Often we're so caught up in I'm in a hustle mode right now. So rest is not, you know, it's not just not where I'm at. Maybe you gotta take it out if it's gonna be loud. It's just not where I'm at, right? We're always trying to do other things, but rest is so, so important. And I remember when I was young and people would tell me, oh, sleep when the baby sleeps. And I would just laugh, like, sleep when the baby sleeps. You so silly. I mean, it still doesn't make that much sense to me now, but just expressing to new mamas the importance of getting some rest, expressing to women, period, the importance of getting rest when we need it is something that we have to remind ourselves, because a lot of times I think we kind of take on that masculine mentality of I got to go get it. I got to go get it. I got to go get it. But our natural feminine magnetism is rest and receive. We're literally biologically made to receive. Like we receive, y'all know what I'm talking about, and we create life inside of our body. So we create from what we receive. That's the reciprocal relationship. We create from what we receive. So we're biologically made to receive. So I want to just encourage you as a woman, y'all. This is something, at the end of last year, I was like, I'm up early in the morning and I'm just anything I need to do. You know, I need to go ahead and get my hustle on and my grind on and all this stuff. And I'm still productive. But I had to say there are times in my day where I have to be happy and to have the freedom that I want, even mentally. I have to have times in my day where I'm hands-free. I don't have to do anything right now. There are no emails that I have to answer. My day is structured. So I have those times multiple times throughout my day. I have to have that. I have to have that. So I want you to plan into your day at least 2 times, even if they're 15 minutes, where you have nothing planned. Maybe you have your little tea. Maybe you have a little novel. And it's just rest. You're not trying to learn something. You're not trying to inspire someone. You're not trying to work out, anything like that. You're just resting. Like read a little book, sip a little tea. You know what I mean? Rest, because you do deserve that. And it actually helps us to improve our mental function when we have those times where we're not under stress. So one of the biggest things I can tell you is to rest. Okay. Oh, I see what StreamYard is trying to say. Let me take that off the screen. Hold on one second, sweetie. I was trying to see if this okay. In your room, not out here, okay? Okay, and I also want to share with y'all a little something that is a secret weapon that I use with my clients. And the secret weapon is the PVCF regimen along with intermittent fasting. Okay. And I'll kind of tell y'all more about how I use it, especially tomorrow. I'm going to give y'all a whole sneak peek on what you need to do in the next 6 weeks or so to get those accelerated results and to make it easy for yourself. All right. If you promise yourself that this is your year, this is your time, you're getting to exactly where you want to be with your body, you're ready to clear that dust off the mirror and see yourself clearly and with compassion, I'm going to tell you all about what you need to do. Okay. But this is the regimen that I want to share with you today. PVCF is protein, vegetable, carbohydrate, fat. Okay. And it's a very simple regimen that I like to use with my clients. And it is protein, vegetable, carbohydrate, fat. Okay. For protein, you want about this much every meal. For vegetables, I would say you want at least 3 handfuls, right? You want at least about 3 handfuls of vegetables. You're getting that hydration. You're getting those trace minerals. Take it in and close the door so mommy can have a quiet space, okay? I'm almost done, sweetie. And then for carbohydrates, you want to have about a cupped hand amount. So really just a cupped palm, not including the fingers, just a cupped palm. So about this much, if you can pick it up in a cupped palm, that's about the right amount. And then for fat, you want to have a thumbs up. You want to have about a thumb size amount for your fat. So that can be a teaspoon of olive oil, that can be, and if it's avocado, if it's something that's requires a little bulk, I like to do a little bit more when it comes to stuff like that, because avocado does have a good amount of water as well, especially here. So PVCF regimen, that's what I want you to do for your eating, okay? And then intermittent fasting. I have an intermittent fasting routine that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the accelerator that I'm going to tell you about. But intermittent fasting, pick a style and dedicate 2 weeks to it, okay? Pick a style that we talked about. I talked about the pros and cons. I talked about what you need to do. I talked about the different styles. So pick a style and dedicate 2 weeks to it. And if you don't see results with this, I'm a monkey's uncle. Like, if you don't see results with this in 2 weeks, you guys, I would be extremely surprised. I would pass out. I would give you my program for free. Like, I would be very confused. Okay. You're going to see results with this, just promise. So if you need a solution and you cannot find it anywhere, like if you're that person, you've been doing a little research, on intermittent fasting, on improving your relationship with food, on getting better at your body image. Tomorrow, I'm going to share all about the 6-week accelerator that I'm running. Okay. This is what I was telling y'all. A little sneak peek is coming tomorrow, and how I can help you to lose weight and change your habits fast with this proven strategy. Okay. I wanted to make sure it was accessible for everybody, for anyone who, is interested maybe in my long-term coaching, but you need something to prove to you that it will work. Okay. This is a guarantee type product. If you can follow this regimen from beginning to end of the 6 weeks, I guarantee you that you will see results 100%. Okay. I'm going to talk to you kind of all about the structure of that so you can see it tomorrow. But I want to just, reward anyone who wants to take action immediately. If you need help, like you're not at that point where you're like, oh, do I need help? You need some help to get to your next level. And you want a sneak peek of everything I'm offering before I put it out publicly tomorrow, click the link in the comments. And what I'm going to do is you'll be able to just pick a time for a no obligation call with me, and you'll get an early bird discount. I'm going to give you a discount for it. So I have a coupon code for everybody who takes action and books a call with me today. Even if the call is not before tomorrow, you're still going to get a discount. So if the call is even for Monday and you booked it today, I'm going to give you a discount code. So I'm so excited about that, you guys. This will be great for everybody who's like, we've talked before. Maybe you got a price on my long-term coaching and you're like, I don't know if I can afford it right now. I need something that, will fit my budget right now, or whatever it is. This will be a great way to jump in, still get my coaching, and take action immediately. Because when you take action immediately, let me tell y'all ladies what happens. Something changes. Something inside of you tells you that I can take action. I can get a result. Okay. Last year, I was going to get coaching. I didn't know what to do. I was going to get coaching for my business, right? I decided to go ahead and just do it. Okay. My business has changed tremendously in 1 year. It's actually been almost a year now, if it hasn't been a year. And it's completely unrecognizable from what it was last year. I had no idea what to do last year. And also with my body, last year in June, I started back working out after having a Johnny in December. And so it was a good 6 months after having him that I was like, and for people who jump in 6 weeks later, like it was a good 6 months before I felt ready to start working out. Okay. And I decided to just do it. Just pull the trigger. Just make the decision. And once you just make the decision, amazing things happen in your life. I started to see different changes in my body that I hadn't seen before. I started to be able to consistently get results with a proven strategy, right? I've been using a proven strategy for my clients. For myself, was a little bit tricky, but I started to consistently stay on my routine and my regimen, right? So I want to just encourage you, take action. And if you feel it right now, the link, calm down, sweetie. Mom, we're going to open it in a second. The link is right there in the comments of the live chat replay, and I'll make sure I include it. I'm about to give you a treat. I'm about to give you something even better. When I get up, you're gonna get a great treat. But I need you to go in there and sit down till mommy's done, okay? Give me a high five. Appreciate you. So I hope that was helpful for you guys about improving your relationship with food. If you want notes from this, just put notes in the comments and I will send you the notes on Facebook or on your email. And here is the link right here to book a free call with me. It's in the live replay of the chat. And that's it, you guys. I hope that this kind of helped you to take a look at the way that you look at food. And I have also really quick a live workout for us to do. Hold on one second. I'm about to pull up what I had saved. Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to pull up my dumbbells. I'm going to open this up. I have my dumbbells. Y'all know I hurt my foot the day before yesterday. So I'm trying to take it a little easy on my foot. But I have my weight plates. I don't have dumbbells here. It's kind of hard to find dumbbells here. We had to buy these from the gym. I was like, hey, can you sell us those? He was like, so he looked up how much he paid for them and sold them to us for the same price. So they were still kind of expensive. And they were his older weights. So, you got to get what you can get. But here we are. So we're going to do upper body workout. I'm going to use 2 dumbbells. These are 5 pounds, 2.5 kgs, actually about 5.5 pounds. And we're going to move nice and slow with these exercises, okay? Why? I want you to tap into your core strength because with every exercise, right, I teach you to tap into your core strength. As women, I think it's underutilized. Every woman that I know wants to improve her core. But when we do exercises, like we're jerking things around and we're not keeping the right posture. So I want to teach you the right posture so it becomes easier to activate your core. This is going to be a 10-minute circuit, not much time, but if you're still sticking with me, go ahead and grab your weights or your resistance bands and let's get into it. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, all right, we're going to hold our weights out. We're going to push them straight up and I'm going to move, like get in a good position so you can see everything correctly. Okay, I'm trying to rest my foot a little, you guys. So excuse me, but some of these things we can do seated and we should be fine. So if you're seated, don't worry. Actually, most of this we should be able to get through. So let me turn on my timer. Okay, first thing, we're going to have to stand, but we won't be moving the feet. Okay, we're going to turn to the side. We're going to drop the chest and we're going to pull up the weights just like this. Now I should go a little bit heavier and you probably should too. Okay, but I want you to focus on keeping your back straight, dropping those weights down and pulling it up tight. What we're doing is we're contracting the shoulder blades. We're keeping the core tight. Okay. We got about 15 seconds left. Pull it up tight. Okay, keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Pull it up nice and tight. Great job. Okay, next thing we're going to do is the same. But what I want you to do with this, I want you to focus on contracting those shoulder blades as much as possible with this round and squeeze it for a second. Don't jump right back up. I want you to squeeze it for a second. Same exercise, okay? 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and put it down. And down. Squeeze it and down. Down. Scoot back a little bit. Down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Shake it out. You should be feeling this in your back. Okay. We're going to come up and we're going to do an exercise right here. All right. This is how it's going to go. Arms are going to come out. Okay. They're going to push up. They're going to come down and they're going to turn. Up, down, and turn. When you turn, your palms will be facing your face, and then they'll face out and push up. Down, face to face. Out, elbows out, push it up, down, and towards your face. Okay? Push it up, down, towards your face. Push it up nice and slow. And we're squeezing again into the back. So we're opening up those elbows and pressing up. All right. All right. Next one we're going to do is just like this. Hold on, Nika. Our arms are going to be kind of a wide V. No, ma'am. Get out the window. Now. Come out of the window. Arms are going to be a V. And we're going to lift them up in a lateral raise just like that, okay? So in 3, 2, and 1. 1. If you have dumbbells, you'll be holding them normally. Okay, don't sit them down. Don't let them rest. We're lifting them straight up. All right? Stay strong in the shoulder. You don't want to lift it up to where you're putting a strain on your shoulder. You want to lift it up to where you are getting that activation in the shoulder, but don't let your chest collapse. Try to keep your chest open and wide. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, now we're going to lift them up straight to the front, but we're going to do one at a time. Okay, I'll stand up for this. I'll stand up. All right, let's go. 2. We're lifting it up to about face height. Your palm should be facing the floor. Okay. And I can kind of hold these so you can see what I'm doing. Just like this. All right. Make sure you breathe out as you pull it up. We're working that shoulder, keeping the core tight. Keep going. Last one. Great job. All right. The next one I want you to do, we're going to do just like this. We're going to lean over. We're going to bring the arms out. Just like that. Okay? I'm going to hurry up because my baby just woke up. And let's go. We're halfway through the circuit. What I want you to do is, if you are a beginner, go a little heavier and just do this one time. If you've been working out, you can do this 2 or 3 times. Make sure you're pulling up. Contract. No, close the door. I don't want him to come out here, okay? Keep going. Open and close. And try to bring those elbows down too. Just like this. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Hi, Johnny. Really? Come on. Come on. Did you have a good nap? Come on. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, you guys, we're going to take both of those weights, stack them up together. Okay? And we're going to lift them up. Hi, sweetie. You smell so good. We're going to lift them up just like this to face height. Okay? Lift them up. Let's go. Okay? Don't bonk your baby. Baby. Almost done, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Come on. That's not a reason to cry, is you missed your mommy and your mommy's right here. Okay? I love you. Okay? All right, you guys. Next exercise we're going to do is going to be just like this. Okay? We're going to lean over. We're going to pull it back. Pull it back. Contract that shoulder blade on the back of your arm. Pull it back, okay? Did you have a good nap? Pull it back. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Y'all know one thing that's so funny about our Johnny? Come on, sweetie. We're going to go to the other side. One thing that's so funny about my baby is he always wants to be in the room when I'm doing a live workout. And sometimes he counts. So he'll be like 1, 2, and he can only count up to 2. So he counts up to 2 like 50 times. 1, 2, 1, 2 to help me with the exercises, right, baby? So I help my mama. I don't know about other babies, but I help my mama. All right, that's what we're going to do. Pull up the weight. You can drop over a little more if you're not holding your baby. Okay, pull it up. We got about 20 seconds. Right out, Johnny. You're going to help mommy count today? Keep going. Y'all keep going. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Excellent job. I want you to shake it out. And what we're going to do next is just like this. We're going to do a tricep extension. And we're going to lean back over. We're going to hold that weight. We're going to push it out. Okay? Just like that. Let me scoot back. All right, we're kind of leaving the elbow where it is. And we're just hinging backwards and up into that tricep. Okay? Y'all probably hearing all kind of wild and amazing birds from in my yard eating papayas. They're just eating the papayas, minding their business. Keep going. We got about 10 seconds. Okay. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. All right? Let's switch sides. All right? Keep that elbow there. Hinge it straight back. Keep going. This is our last exercise. Give it everything and make it pretty. Right, Johnny? Say, do a good job. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. I don't know if y'all have a 1-year-old. You know how a 1-year-old can be. Okay? But that's our upper body circuit for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was pretty simple. You can definitely go up in weight and do it 3 times. Get a good workout out of it, because if you can get a good workout in 20 or 30 minutes, you have the rest of your day. Intermittent fasting can make you do a lot. You know, you can do a lot shorter workouts and still get results. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I hope that was helpful today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me go get my child, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. And you want to say bye-bye? Do you want to say bye-bye? Does not want to say bye-bye. So, bye-bye. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, don't forget, take the Action Takers discount to get that early bird special. And whenever you book the call, if you book the call today, if I get it on my calendar today, I will send you over the coupon code for that program. Okay? See y'all later.